Yo, what's up, YouTube? Coming back at you. It's Rod D, Orange Ninja News. What's up? Yeah, so got a lot of to talk about today. I think I'm gonna start off first with looting arrest in Florida. Florida had their first looting arrest during a hurricane emergency, and they had put out special announcements saying that anybody caught looting and committing crimes during a hurricane emergency, they were going to get treated with some, with some special charges because it's happening during the hurricane emergency. And I guess these two guys didn't get the memo, but two guys were still in sandbags, and one of them had a illegal firearm on him, and so he's getting extra charges also for the illegal handgun, which that brings big charges by itself. So yeah. Dalen Lewis, age 43, and Colombo Jr., age 45. They're going to get spend a little time in club jail and be able to relax for a minute. They're taking a break from society, going on a little vacation. But that's crazy because like they made those announcements and it was telling people, okay, we tired of people looting every time hurricane season come around. People be looking to come on up, what I'm saying? They get busy kicking in doors and grabbing stuff. Nah, man, nobody playing those games. The cops is really out. So, yeah. But also, another kicker to it is that the state gave out free sandbags for the hurricane emergency. So, I guess these two dudes was thinking, we get some sandbags loaded up in back of the pickup truck and go find some people to sell some sandbags too during the hurricane emergency. I don't know what the thinking was there, but whatever the thinking was, it got them hemmed up. So yeah, so they go on a little vacation to club jail and chill out and think about it for a while. I don't know. Next time it's a hurricane emergency come up, well, they know for sure and folks ain't playing. They said they wasn't playing, and here's a perfect example. Okay, well, next up I'm gonna talk about Cecilia Gallegos and her husband Reyes Gallegos. They're both out of San Antonio, Texas, and unfortunately, she has been missing for 2 months now. And what happened was, before she disappeared, her husband called 911 and said that he was fighting with her, a knife was involved, he got cut and whatnot. And after the knife fight, she supposedly disappeared. And that's the thing. So y'all got into a knife fight, and all of a sudden, like a magician, she just disappeared. And nobody heard from her, seen her. His family worried about her, everybody's worried about it. It's been 2 months now. All fingers point to the husband. That would just be common sense and logic, especially with this weird story about she just disappeared and didn't hear. That doesn't even make sense by itself. So they took him in, they arrested him, but they had a lack of evidence. So right now it's nothing they can keep him on, So until they get a body or get some more evidence or whatever comes up, or if the guy just have a change of heart and feels like talking and confess. Other than that, he's just a alleged murderer. He allegedly killed her. So, and that's bad that it would come down to that it'd be like, either he confessed about something, or it would just be a wrap on the whole situation. Because without that evidence or without that confession, that's pretty bad. Because I'm pretty sure that a person like that, they'll do it again. Oh, he was mad, so he killed her. Well, what about the next one to get with? What about the next time you get angry? Come on, man, that's ridiculous right there. But the police got their hands tied as far as evidence wise, so really can't blame them. That's just our laws, man. All right. Well, next we got a 38-year-old woman. This is out of Utah, and she tried to avoid some drug charges by pretending to be her own daughter. And the problem with that, well, there's just many problems with that. I mean, if you think about it, if she pulled it off, then her daughter would have drug charges. What kind of mom is that? Why would you try to get your own daughter some drug charges just to try to get yourself off the hook? That's crazy. And then her daughter's only a teenager, and you're gonna be messed up for life. So that's not the only problem. The other problem is, I mean, just look at her. When I heard she was trying to pretend to be a teenager, I'm thinking, she's gonna be young and pretty, probably look like the Harley Quinn, but she looked more like the Joker. The Harley Quinn and Joker off of Batman. Yeah, she looked more like the Joker. Like, what is going? And that's what the cops was thinking. When the cops was talking with her, she tried to play herself off as a teenager. They're like, "Lady, please, calm down." Because, man, 38 years old. She had a rough 38 years. I'm not sure what all happened within that 38 years. But just looking at her, them 38 years was not good to her. She had it rough, man. And then try to put everything off on her daughter. It's like, come on, man. Why would you do that? Why wouldn't you just say a friend or something like that and try to pull that one off? If a friend goes to jail, hey, a friend is older, she lived a good life, hey, she might can cope with a little bit of jail time. Why do that to your daughter? Try to get your daughter some jail time. That was ridiculous right there. But just looking at her mug shot, I had to stare at it for a minute. I'm like, what am I looking at right now? I was not sure that. Oh man, that picture is serious. Goss was like, yo, you are not a teenager. Why don't you just cut that out? All right. I don't know what's wrong with you. Thinking that would fly with us at all. That makes no sense. Why would you in your right mind think that one would fly over? Yeah, that was crazy, man. All right. So next, we got a couple that's wanted for murder out of Arizona. You have Blaine and Susan Barksdale. Now check this out. They was getting transported from New York State back to Arizona and faced the murder charges. And somewhere along the route, they say once they reached northern Arizona, the couple had beat up the security detail that was taking them down there. It was a security team of a man and a woman, and they was transporting them down back to Arizona. And I guess they stopped, I guess pee break or whatever they stopped for. But then the couple ended up beating up the security guards, and they tied them up, put them back in a transport vehicle or van, and they had them tied up in back of there, and they took over driving. Ain't that a mess? And then they two old people. So the kind of security that they have, two old people beat up the security and took their van and put them in back, tied them up and put them in back of the van. What the hell? What kind of weak ass security they got? They was like, we gotta use the restroom. Well, y'all two old people. We don't see why you need to be handcuffed while you're using the restroom. Okay, well, you go ahead and hit. Whoa, why are you hitting me, guy? Next thing you know, dude's tied up in back of the van. Ain't that some mess, But anyway, so they had got away, and now the reward on them is $10,000 a piece if anybody see them. And yeah, so they got a lot of people looking for them right now. And the charge of murder, that's a real serious charge. So that's it'd be good if they get taken in and off the streets, man. Yeah, so that whole thing, and then there was another guy in the van too, because in all it was transporting 3 prisoners, but the other prisoner, he stayed in the van when they took off. But once they took over the van, tied those 2 up, they went driving around looking for another escape vehicle, and the 3rd prisoner, they left him locked up in the van with those 2 whenever they got another vehicle to take off in. So yeah, man, they still looking for them jokers. Yeah, man. Yeah, so next up, we got another couple. These right here are Well, the worst of the worst. This is a serial killer couple right here, and they chop their victims up, which is really totally messed up. But that's their MO. That's how they get down. They chop their victims up. So this couple here, they're really looking for them, and yeah, that's the type of couple, that couple there. The younger, stronger, healthier, and with a style of murdering people. That's yeah, they said there's 4 people already that they know of them killing, but they're sure there's more than just that 4, because that's just the ones that they know about. So, and in the cases, they chop people's hands up and chop the body parts up, all type of sick mess, man. I mean, they're really out of their mind. So those 2 really need to be up out of here. 2 people to steer clear of. You see them, go ahead and call the cops on him, man. For real. All right, next I want to talk about vape versus big tobacco, because seems like there's a lot of lawsuits right now and a lot of commercials running talking about vaping and how vaping's so bad, and it can give you a sore throat, and it can burn your throat, stuff like that. Whenever the vape be real hot or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, I'm hearing that, but you know what they didn't say is that it gives you cancer, because it don't. So if my choices are having a sore throat or catching cancer and dying, I think I'm gonna pick the sore throat over that anytime, man. So yeah, that's the thing about vape. I think my theory is that all this hype and these lawsuits against vaping is because of big tobacco. They're losing their customers. Because people are realizing, hey, this right here can get me off of tobacco. And like, I'm one that's on Team Vape, because, you know, I just know from experience, trying different stuff to quit tobacco, that the only thing that really worked for me is vaping. So, yeah, and I always think of it that way. I think about, even though it could, it doing anything too excessively wouldn't be good for you. So if you're burning your throat and stuff like that from just sitting around vaping all day, man, you might be going too hard and think with it, man. Might need to calm down just a bit. But if I got to worry about a sore throat compared to tobacco and cancer, I'm rolling with the sore throat. That's just my thinking. I don't know. Everybody else have their own opinion on the subject, their own idea, and that's all good too, Everybody's entitled to their different opinion. But me, myself, that's my opinion. With vape versus big tobacco, I'm going with vape. I'm team vape all day, man. All day, all night, man. I'm a rider with that one. All right. So, now on to the song of the day. And for the song of the day, I put anything by the artist BLMP. I don't know why it wouldn't just be Blimp instead of BLMP. It's the same thing, Blimp. Anyway, yeah, he goes by the letters BLMP. And when you look him up on the internet, just put BLMP. And he has a song with Bon B that's real nice, real tight video on YouTube right now. And he's doing big things right now. He's moving real nice numbers, and he's a local artist out of Arkansas. And the reason why I like this cat, because he got the type of rhyme flow that's not just a lot of wild him out, shoot him up, kill him type of foolishness. He got he's got some real nice lyrics, thought provoking. He's kind of swift with his lyrical flow. I mean, yeah, it'll put you in the mind of the average conscious rapper, So I'm really feeling him right now, and you can look the dude up, BLMP. Yeah, so that's the song of the day. Anything about BLMP will do you right. Just look the dude up. That's what's up. Okay, next up, I want to talk about the controversy with Vlad TV. Vlad TV is one of those channels where we always got a lot of beef, rap beefs going on, a lot of controversy, whatever, man. I'm not down with the monkey-ish. I ain't never really been into that. A bunch of drama, yelling and screaming, jumping up and down, acting a damn monkey. So, yeah, I don't really feel that one like that. But there's a lot of cats in the rap game that's kind of mad at Vlad TV right now because they said that's all they do is keep the rap beats going and stuff to get views. And there's been a lot of dudes that's been on Vlad and do an interview with them. They end up getting shot up by a rival gang member or another rapper or whatever, and it'll be like, oh, this guy said this, that guy said that type of joints, and yeah, so and it's really like there's a lot of back and forth with all that type of stuff, and I know for a fact when they had a couple of YouTubers, Tommy Sotomayor and Tariq Nasheed. I remember that one when they was on Vlad TV. Tariq Nasheed came into the interview and wanted that smoke, you know what I'm saying? And these two have been talking about each other for a little while before this happened and going back and forth. And, you know what I'm saying? My thing is, when they set up the interview with Tommy, how would Tariq know where the interview was going to be at? How did he know what time it was going to be? I mean, he had all the information. It seemed like the same guys that set up the interview called him and set it up so he could be there. That's what it looks like to me. And not only that, when you watch the video, you'll see the dude Tommy like asking him, why would y'all do this? Why would y'all set me up like this? Like, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, when they doing stuff like that, man, you can end up, to try to watch dudes fighting and bickering in front of the camera for the ratings, man, you end up getting somebody shot or killed, man. That's ridiculous, man. They always into that, man, trying to get views by having people sit there and fight on camera and stuff, throwing blows. Like, come on, man. That's ridiculous. It's not WrestleMania. It's supposed to be doing interviews, man. Not having people fight each other. Yeah, well, anyway, enough about that, man. I'm just not feeling it myself, and I just wanted to point it out because it was a lot of rap dudes talking about that lately and how they be getting down. And so next, I'm gonna go into the movie of the day, and let's see, the movie of the day. I'm picking Super Mansion. It's on Crackle. And Crackle is a pretty good channel. You can get the app, or you just if you're on a laptop or computer, just pull up Crackle. But yeah, it's a pretty good channel. They have all types of movies on there, and then they have their own original movies, just like all other channels have their own content and original movies. And Super Mansion happens to be one of their originals. And Super Mansion is like it's a series by the guy Self that does Robot Chicken. So if you like Robot Chicken, then you like Super Mansion. And it's just comedy. So it's just a lot of comedy. It's real funny. I like to lighten up and lighten the mood sometimes and watch some comedy and just laugh, just chill. But man, that junk is addictive too, watching Super Mansion, because you can start off on season 1 and go through all them jokers, man, before you know it. Because I watched a couple of them. Before I know it, every day for like a week, I was like, no, I got to watch the next season. I have to watch it. Oh man, yeah, that junk is hilarious, man. They got some pretty good, top-notch actors doing the voices on it also. So yeah, you get a chance, check out Super Mansion on Crackle, which is pretty cool. All right, next I'm gonna talk about Kevin Hart. And the Kevin Hart news update. His wife did a update today. His wife is Nico Parrish Hart, and she says he's expected to make a full recovery. He just finished up the back surgery today, and so that's real good news, man. I was praying for that dude, man. I was messed up about that car accident, but there was a lot of people saying that he'll be paralyzed for the rest of his life and this and that. But it turns out that he should be recovering fully and be back in good health after a while. So, that's a good thing, man. That's definitely a blessing right there, man. So, yeah, so good news about Kevin Hart. Okay, next up, I want to talk about comments, man. Y'all can leave y'all comments at any time. I look forward to the comments. You tell me what you want to hear about. What would you like me to talk about? I'll talk about any subject, go into anything. You see that I've talked about everything from that space aliens to Bigfoot to regular news articles that's in the news today. I talk about anything, man. Ain't nothing off the table. I get it in. So if it's something you would like to hear me talk about, give my perspective on it, just be like, just throw it in the comment section, and I get up with it. And that's how that works. Yeah, the last spooky thing I thought I talked about. Yeah, that's right. When I talked about the alien thing, I was talking about them storming Area 51, which that's about to come up soon. Now that I think about it, because the whole storm in Area 51, it was set for September or something. I think it's September 11th. I'm not too sure, but I'll look that up for y'all. And the next show I'll probably talk about that again. But yeah, so I like to talk about anything, even the weird kooky stuff I talk about. But yeah, like I say again, I don't think nobody should storm it. Nobody go up there acting a fool because it might not turn out right. The government said they already looking for people coming up there wanting that smoke that day. So but yeah, it's this month. I don't know how that's gonna play out. That's gonna be crazy, man. Yeah, I forgot that it was this month they supposed to do that mess. Yeah, so right now I'm headed out of Florida, headed back north. That Hurricane Dorian, it didn't really mess up Florida. It just had a bunch of big waves over by the coastline. Anybody by the coastline would have been affected more by the rain yesterday and the waves and stuff like that. But further inland, really nothing, not even a lot of rain. You have like some rainstorms off and on type of deal. There was no real steady pouring down and all that, inland wise. But like I say, right there on the coast, yeah, because what ended up happening is basically the hurricane went over to the Bahamas, and once it got over the Bahamas, it just sat there. Like it's seeing some of the rain and definitely seeing a bunch of waves hitting the coastline. But as far as coming over Florida, like everybody thought it was going to do, it didn't do that. So yeah, that's pretty good, and that's a blessing for the states. If you live in Bahamas, on the other hand, it's pretty bad. And it's not a blessing because it just sat over the Bahamas the whole time. So the Bahamas got really hit, man. They got smashed up on this one. So it's still hurricane season, but hopefully that's it for any big major hurricanes. It don't be nothing more than that. But yeah, that was pretty good that it didn't hit Florida like I thought it was. Matter of fact, I had a load that I would have had done. I would have had it done yesterday morning, but I knew about the hurricane and I was watching the radar and everything. I was like, nah, you know what? I'm gonna see what this hurricane's gonna do first. So I had to drop off from Florida, and that's me, man. If it's a hurricane somewhere, I ain't going in there. I'll wait. I'll let it do what it got to do. Hell no. Yeah, I'll be there with your delivery after this damn hurricane over with. I ain't here to. I ain't lived to get in my 40s by being stupid. I just put it that way, man. Yeah, so that's what's up with it. Anyway, so right about this time, man, as I always say, bless and peace. See you next time.